Hey guys, Jimmy here with Progressive Performance, and today I'd like to talk about teaching the progression of the squat. When teaching your clients how to perform these movements, we first have to look at how to make these movements easier to learn in the beginning, because a lot of times the clients that come into your gym have never squatted before in their lives, or never squatted properly. Everybody sits on a chair and stands back up, but that doesn't necessarily mean they understand how to get in the bottom of that squat. So the first thing that I take my clients to when teaching them how to squat is either a box squat or a post squat. The box squat and the post squat are very similar in that they change the demands on the system, whereas the box squat just changes the range of motion so that you're only doing partial range and you can sit onto a box and really reach your butt back into that position. Whereas the post squat allows you to take some of the weight off your body and hold on to something in front of you that makes some counterbalance there. I like to use these together, especially for clients that are older and less mobile, because this really helps them learn, because we can overload the box squat with some weight, and the post squat helps them to get that range of motion. We'll then progress onto the goblet squat. So once we've perfected the post squat and the box squat, we use the goblet squat as a way to counterbalance in the front with a load. We can overload this as well as express that range of motion. I find that clients find it easier to express these ranges of motion when they have that counterbalance in the front, because it helps them to stay upright and helps them really get into the bottom of that squat, as opposed to jumping straight into a back barbell squat where people don't really understand where their hips need to go. From here, most of my athletes will progress to a front squat. A front squat's not necessarily required for every athlete, but if we have the shoulder range of motion, the lat mobility, and the wrist mobility to achieve this position, this is a better position to start in than going straight to the back squat. This helps keep your torso upright and really helps to solidify the technique you're going to need to use when you go to a barbell back squat. So naturally, from here, we perfect this movement and advance to a barbell back squat. Now, for certain athletes, the barbell back squat is going to look a little bit different. So you have to get them in a position that's comfortable for them. As long as they're not in those positions that are going against the general rules of movement of the squat, we're looking for knee valgus or knee varus. We're looking for too much rounding or too much extension in the lumbar spine. As long as those things are taken care of, they can lean forward a little more. Some of your taller athletes are going to do that. Some athletes aren't going to be able to hit depth in the same way as maybe a powerlifter will. But we have to be okay with those things because it depends on the specific joint mechanics and biomechanics of that athlete. Once we perfect this movement and we're looking at strength athletes, we can move on to a low bar squat. The low bar squat is a technical movement for strength athletics, really. I find that most of my athletes do really well with a high bar back squat that puts a lot more stress on the quad and really is going to develop that strength more, as opposed to a low bar squat, which is really how you express strength. You'll hear this a lot in the strength conditioning community. The high bar back squat is a way to build strength, where a low bar back squat is really a way to express that strength. So maybe for some reasons of confidence with the lift, or maybe getting a new PR, you teach the low bar squat because you're going to get some more weight on that. But for the most part, most athletes will do really well with a high bar back squat to increase that strength potential. I got some videos up showing the technique of all of these movements so it can help you learn how to teach your clients how to do this. And go ahead and take a look at those along with this video to really help solidify how you're going to teach this movement. That's all for today. See you guys next time.